Good morning. Today we're going to be focusing on Junior again and his identity or his sense of self, how he's feeling about his identity. And the agenda is that you'll take your attendance quiz and watch the eye opener. And then you're going to be working on number 3, which is the identity quotes assignment. It is due to Schoology by tomorrow at 8:35 a.m., as well as reading pages 135 to 158. Now, I know some of you are behind on your reading, so it's really important that you get caught up because you can't write the essay without having done the reading. It's impossible to analyze character, right, if you don't know who the character is or what they're doing. So make sure that you either read or listen to Reindeer Games and A Partridge in a Pear Tree and Red versus White. That is also due tomorrow, and you can't complete the 3rd section of your assignment today, the identity quotes assignment, without having read that. Your I can statements for the day are that you can analyze character development again over the course of a text, and that you can cite strong and thorough textual evidence. So not an entire iced quote, but having textual evidence and explaining that evidence. So I want to show you guys the assignment for today. If you go into the identity quotes assignment, you're going to see that there's a document that you're going to need to get, and you'll put that into Notability. It's Honors Identity 2020. Once you open that, you're going to see it's a PDF. You will want to type on this document. I'm going to go over what you're going to be working on. So at the top, I said that Junior is struggling with his identity in the novel. After he transfers to Riordan, he explains, quote, "Traveling between Riordan and Wellpinnet, between the little white town and the reservation, I always felt like a stranger. I was half Indian in one place and half white in the other." Junior is a dynamic character, and that's something you guys focused on yesterday. His perception of his identity changes throughout the novel. While he uses his art to share how he feels about himself with the reader, so we see that art, right? He only shares part of himself and his identity with other characters in the book. And so we've been exposed to all of this artwork that Junior has drawn, because he's very creative and artistic, throughout some of his struggles and challenges and hardships. But other characters in the text don't know that side of him necessarily. So what you're going to do is I've broken the text and what we've read so far into 3 different chunks. The first chunk of text you're going to focus is on are pages 1 through 24. And you need to do the same thing for each chunk. You're going to locate and type one direct quote from the novel that represents Junior's identity at the start for this one. Don't forget to cite your example, and then you also have to explain what it represents. So you have to find one piece of Junior's identity or how he views himself from the beginning of the text, put it in quotation marks with the citation and parenthetical citation, and then explain what that shows about his identity or his sense of self. Then the next section, you're doing the exact same thing, but between pages 25 and 134. And then the last section, you're using today's reading. So that's why I said you can't complete this assignment without having read today's section. And I did give you this little hint on each one to use that characterization chart to help you. So if you have a good character trait from the beginning of the novel, look back. Look at those pages and see if there's a good quote that you could use to help explain what that quote is representing as far as Junior and his identity. So let me know if you have questions at all today. I'll be here, and I hope you have an amazing day. See you tomorrow.